So when it comes to risk management, my first sort of tip would be that you need to know your travelers, where they are. If you can afford it, I would really highly recommend that you invest in a system like International SOS or a travel tracking system. Any of them, there are a number of them in market, but you need to partner with them, and you need to have a technology that can help you to manage travelers. If you can't afford it, at least know where your travelers are. So if I was a travel manager of a much smaller company that couldn't afford that technology, I would be reading the news myself, seeing what's going on, seeing if it impacts your travelers. You talk to your TMC, you pull a list of who would be, for example, in Zimbabwe yesterday. If they are in Zimbabwe and they're in Harare, are they in danger? Can you contact them? Do you have their profile details? Do you know who to contact in terms of family? Do you have that information? If not, what are you going to do to gather that? How are you going to gather it? How are you going to encourage travelers to share their information with you, their personal information, their medical information? You need to know where your travelers are. You need to know who they are and why they're going. Then you need to have plans in place. So if something, God forbid, had to happen, what would you as a travel manager do? If there was somebody in the Las Vegas shooting, which we had a traveler, how would you contact him if he wasn't available, he didn't have data? What would you do? Would you phone the local police? Would you phone the local hospitals? Would you not phone anybody? What is your plan and what process do you have in place? You need to have those in place prior to an incident happening. So when and if it does happen, you know exactly what to do. And that would form the basis of risk management, is knowing what's going on in the world and knowing what you would do in an emergency and knowing who is where.